welcome to our end of the year spring concert for our high school concert band. I'm gonna do this a little bit out of order from what I normally do, so give me 1 second. Grab my notes. Because you can ask any of them. If I don't write it down, it doesn't happen. I'm gonna actually start my night off with all of my thank you, because for the majority of the evening, I'm not actually gonna be the one talking to you. So we're gonna kick it off right out the gate with my wonderful thanks to the most important people in this program. We have wonderful administration at this school that support our arts like nobody's business, and it's fantastic. There are a lot of schools in Northwest Ohio that are not blessed to have such great supporters that far up the food chain in their school system. So a huge thank you to Mrs. Ashley Broxick and Mr. Kevin O'Shea, Ms. Chuck Burdick. All of them are fantastic supporters of our program, and we just want to start off our evening with a thank you to them. Please give them a round of applause. This would not run without the village that I am lucky enough to have. We have some fantastic music tutors whose names are listed on the back of your program, but I'm going to make them be acknowledged because they're actually also all up on the stage tonight. We have Mrs. Janet Berg, who this would literally not work without her. She is the backbone of our program, and she helps with so many things that nobody ever gets to see from the outside. So a huge thanks to Mrs. Janet Berg, Mr. Nick Crable, who works with our percussion section every single day, and throughout our entire year for all seasons. Miss Megan Newland has been working primarily with our junior high groups, but she is playing with high school this evening. Throughout the year, I've also had the pleasure of having Mr. Mike Brewster and Mr. Blaze Robinson involved with our program. So a huge thank you to those volunteers and those music tutors for their time and their talents. Nothing like this would happen without the wonderful support and advocacy from all of you. You're the wonderful parents of our students, parents, families, friends, everybody who comes to their concerts, listens to them practice. It's the joys of hearing what I tell them is that if they are practicing and they sound good, they are practicing wrong because they're practicing the parts that they can play and they need to work on what they can't. So thank you for enduring the hours upon hours. I'm sure that every single one of them have put into this music like they've been asked to, and continuing to support them in their music education. It's such a vital part of a student's experience in school, and I hope that you will continue to encourage your student to be involved with that. Whether they are a freshman or an outgoing senior, there are so many opportunities to continue to make music even once you leave these grounds and have those other experiences out. So thank you to all those parents, families, friends for all of your support of these students. I promise, then we'll get to some music. And you might have noticed as you came in, we do have our annual music awards banquet coming up. If you have a student who is involved in the high school band, choir, or theater program, you are invited to come to our awards banquet. It's going to be on Monday, May 20th. We do have an RSVP form for that, and they are on the music stand. If we run out, let me know. I can always make more copies. I have that ability. But we really do kind of need an estimate of a number. So those RSVP forms are going to be due next Friday, May 17th. Your child can give it back to myself or Ms. Schaefer. Either one is fine. We will both have access to the same document. But we would love to see you there and be able to celebrate the wonderful successes of all of these students behind us. So with that, I'm now going to hand the mic over and we're going to get started with some music. Thank you so much for coming.